Hello, everybody. Welcome to Duo Planet, the YouTube channel where we talk all things media. And with another week comes another episode of The Bad Batch. I am one of your hosts, Azteral, and I am joined by Slasher, aka Jordan.
Hey, everybody.
The Bad Batch Season 3, Episode 5, titled The Return, where tensions rise as our heroes navigate new dynamics on a dangerous mission. We visit an old planet. We get some, I wouldn't say closure. It's not really closure.
No,
sort of acceptance between Hunter and Crosshair, and a little bit of a taste of what's to come from this final season of Dave Filoni's animated saga. So the Bad Batch find themselves in a slightly new reality. Omega is finally back after 4-ish episodes, because right at the end of episode 4 she comes back to them. But she's finally back. She wakes up on the Bad Batch's ship. Everything's fine. Crosshair training. I am very interested about Crosshair's condition, because his shaky hand, they keep drawing attention to it.
Yeah, and no one else mentions it except for Omega. So I wonder if it's gonna end up with maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll end up with him going to a doctor, or maybe they'll get that doctor clone from the facility to show up.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You never know. But
it's very, very interesting, because he is supposed to be a sniper, and so he requires a steady hand. But we're on, I fucking can't remember the name of the Paradise planet. The planet that they saved from the tidal wave in season 2. We're on that planet. They're waiting for Echo to come, because they want to tell Echo what they know about Tantis, which is a really funny planet name. So Omega and a little bit of Crosshair tell Echo what they know when he turns up, and she shows him Dr. something, Nalase. I don't know if that is the correct Kaminoan. It might be.
I think it's Nalase, yeah.
Her data pad, because they want to pass it for data. So Crosshair says that he knows a outpost where they can bypass Imperial security. Lo and behold, it is the Snow Planet, where Crosshair betrayed the Empire by shooting down an Imperial lieutenant after the Imperial lieutenant killed a clone that was badly injured. It's basically Star Wars meets Dune, because instead of a sandworm, it's a snowworm. And obviously it's not as simple as going to get the data. Crosshair has a chance to sort of commemorate the clones that were lost at the base by placing their helmets in an array. But yeah, they managed to get the data after lowering the sensors and a bunch of shit going down. And they walk away with a nice little bit of closure from Hunter and Crosshair, where Hunter is effectively telling Crosshair that your past doesn't have to define you. You can move forward, and you can become a better person, and maybe Crosshair will. But Crosshair has always sort of been a bit of a dick. So
true.
Let's see how far he goes.
But they are giving him a bit of a character development.
Yeah. Oh, the dog's still around as well. Gotta mention the dog. But no shadow of Tantis, so where is Starkiller, Dave Filoni? You tell me. You know.
We keep saying, like, you know, one of these days we're actually going to get Star Killer, and I feel I feel like everybody will be disappointed because you know what people are like.
My duty will be the day that we see Star Killer in a Star Wars project is to have the most disappointing reaction possible.
Star Killer shows up and it just isn't Sam Witwer.
I want to sit there and I just want to go, who?
What the fuck's that?
Just who? Yeah, so that's episode 5. It felt really short, which was weird because 1 minute we were watching it and then the next minute it was done.
True. It did feel like this wasn't filler. It was more of a exposition dump.
Yeah, they had to get stuff off their chests.
It was basically seeing Hunter and Crosshair basically trying to you know, agree with one another, or trying to you know, be friends again.
As you can hear, people can't control dogs.
Yeah. But I think I am looking forward to see where this season goes. But I'm also on the side of I'm not the episode length is seeming a bit off. But I don't know. Episode length wise, it is a bit disheartening, but it's also like, yeah, this episode length is really what it needs to be.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? 27 minutes?
Probably, yeah. I think, like, 27. First 4 episodes were about 30 minutes each, I think. Not sure how long were they.
The first one was 33, the second was 27, the third was 27, and the fourth was 28. So it is average, but I feel like it might be because last week we watched 4 back-to-back.
Yeah.
And so this one feels short in comparison. So, yeah, I mean, it is maybe a step down from the first 4.
Yeah, I feel like because we watched those 4, it's like we watched those first 4 and this episode is after it, so it had like a little bit to live up to a little.
Yeah, I feel like we're all just waiting for either an assault on Tantis, the Emperor to show back up and do something, and mainly a Sarge Ventress, and Cad Bane and Fennec Shand, because they're also in it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not a bad episode by any count.
It's not a bad episode, but it's also like, it was just a bit shorter than we wanted it.
And sometimes average is okay.
Yeah, sometimes average is okay, like, you know, it's nice to have, like, action-packed episodes, but sometimes it's also nice to have episodes where we get a bit of break from the usual shit.
Yeah. I would say that I would give The Return a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. 7 out of 10 seems appropriate.
It feels right.
Yeah.
For an episode that has been given in a vacuum and sort of feels disjointed, but still also very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, like I said, it is a lot of fun to watch. It's like after a lot of the live action Star Wars stuff we've been getting, it's nice to be back to the world of the Bad Batch and catching up with them finally and seeing where they've been this entire time and what they've been up to and things of that nature. But like, it's also to see. It's also nice to just be back with the characters and see where things will go from here.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't have anything else. Do you?
I don't. So, yeah, that is episode 5 of season 3 of the Bad Batch, the final season. Next week we do have a double for the Bad Batch, so that should be a longer review. We should have more to go into, especially considering double episodes tend to have more connectivity. Yeah, I've been one of your hosts, Azteral.
I'll be your host, Slasher.
Remember that all good things must come to an end, including the Bad Batch. And we will see you next week for the next review. May the Force be with you, always.
May the Force be with you always.
We forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them.
It's over, Anakin!